Bringing this big, stupid dump truck booty over here around my grandma? He ain't lying.
Men of all race wanting or desiring to marry a black woman. Why are we so undesired when it comes to marriage?
You Negroes are done.
And I have just learned that in most situations, if you make more money than the man.
What do you mean by that?
I felt like
Did you find yourself snapping on him and getting a little bit more disrespectful than you normally would?
very.
I beg your pardon.
I like natural. Like most men, majority of men prefer to be with a girl with a natural body. The girls with the BBLs get used, abused. They get beat. They
They're
beat
just
up.
used as a sex.
That's all they want.
fantasy.
That's all they portray themselves as. For one, I'm not gonna wife you. Number one, there's something wrong with your mental. There's something wrong with you because you would literally put your life on the line for attention. I don't like that. That's weird to me. And you can sit up here and say, "Oh, I do it for myself." What are you talking about? You all your pictures are like this. Your butt is in the air like you're an old hoe. If I want to go on the beach in Miami on vacation, you're a good fun time. Great. But when I'm home with my family, I'm not bringing this big stupid dump truck booty over here around my grandma. I take a big booty, natural booty, but this big old ant booty, you gotta put cocoa butter on every fucking 5 hours because your stars is there. I don't want that shit. I don't want the girl that got to round the plane like in the praying position, you know what I'm saying? Because she got her new booty and then gotta go back in 5 years and get that shit touched up. I don't want that shit. I know girls out here with no booty, no titties, and got a nigga that's willing to die about that. You get what I'm saying? A nigga that's out here marrying her. Come on, man. All you got, for real, all these young girls, all you got to do is wait. Because you might not be desirable with that fat right now in your early 20s, but shorty, when you hit 30s, it's a whole new segue of weight coming.
And that's one of the problems. Women feel like they can't wait, which is why they're in a rush to get the fake hair, fake titties, fake boobs. In other words, they're trying to get to the rush to reach. They're trying to reach maximum sexual attraction peak so they can attract all the guys and then narrate those guys down to the guys that she wants. But doing the narrating the guys down situation is typically where she finds out all the guys that are attracting her are pretty much the same type of dude. When it comes to the real men don't look at that as long-term goals. He looks at it like, hey, we're having a bachelor party. Me and my boys, we're all single. We're just looking for some girls for the weekend so we can go have fun with. They're fun girls. Fun girls don't understand that you never transition into a wife. You get left in the fun zone for the rest of your life.
Wait, women don't have hobbies?
No. You know what the thing is? A lot of times girls have normal things that they call hobbies. They'll say, like, I'm into, like, vacations. Like, I love traveling. Or you say, I love, like,
eating, not a hobby.
Restaurant.
No.
I'm like a foodie.
No,
everybody's not a hobby.
It's like in your social media, like your dating profiles, like, I love to laugh. Yeah, everybody does.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
I tell guys all the time, women never start a business. They always scream for these equal rights, but that's just for them to get a job. They never take a risk. They look at what all the other girls are doing for money, and then they do the same thing. They wash and repeat what other women have done. It's because it's a blueprint for them to win. But if men do not respect what women have became, then it removes the desires from a man to want to be that head alpha to take care of her because he feels like she's losing her value. But when it's all said and done, every woman wants to be a wife and a mom that takes care of her children, but she disguises like she has all these dreams in the world. She doesn't. She's only going to piggyback off of a man who has money. This is why they use their looks to attract a weaker man with money, take his money and blow it on things like vacations, getting their hair and nails done, partying with their friends. They're trying to manipulate their way to the top, but they really don't have anything going.
This message is for black women and black women only. Answer this question. So statistics show that only 26% of black women will marry in their lifetime from any race. 26% of black women will marry in their lifetime. My question is, why do you guys think that is? Why do we have such low marital rates? And I'm not talking about black women marrying black men. I'm talking about men of all race wanting or desiring to marry a black woman. Why are we so undesired when it comes to marriage? Now, I know there's percentage who don't want to be married, right? But there's a large percent of women, black women, who want to be married. But again, why is that the case? Why is that? You know, I think if we start to really sit down and think about why statistics are what they are, they're not there for just any reason, right? There's reasons behind it, and I think that there's a plethora of reasons, and from my opinion, of why I believe that those statistics are what they are and why we are the lowest, we have the lowest marital rates as Black women. But I want to hear from you ladies. What do you think and why do you think that's the case as to why we are where we are when it comes to being, chosen for marriage?
Black women, what you like Black men for, the type of guy that you want out of a man, you go out there and you become that guy. So you think if you become successful, you drive a nice car, you take care of your own, a man is supposed to automatically like you because that's what you want out of a man. But in the process of you becoming Miss Independent and competing with the man to show him that you could be the man that you want, you lose out on what it's like to be a feminine woman, a nurturing woman, because you're always in position to play the dominant role. Where does that generate from? Your mother. Your mother tells you that you don't need a man. Live your life based off of your dreams. Men aren't good enough. But she tells the Black man, worship Black women, take care of Black women, be a good guy. All these Black men learn from their Black mothers how to treat a Black woman, worship a Black woman, and just pretty much be there for a Black woman no matter what. But that type of guy, mother hasn't told him, you're going to be a king. You're going to be a business owner. Make sure your Black sister doesn't outdo you. Outdo the Black woman. No matter what, take care of the Black woman. Own a business. Black mothers don't teach their sons that. If a Black mother taught her son to be a businessman and to outdo the Black woman, then guess what? You would have a higher marital rate. But instead, you're taught to be the dominant one and he's taught to be the simp. So a Black man has to wake up at some point in his life, which is typically his mid-20s, and he has to realize, man, I'm really being a sucker. Grandma, auntie, my little cousins, the church, they all programmed me to be a beta male. Now I'm out here in the real world and I don't have any luck with women because he hasn't been taught how to be a warrior. You have. Black women, you've been taught you must compete with the Black man. You must outdo him. You must fend for yourself. But the Black man doesn't have anybody to tell him you're a king. You're supposed to be successful. You're supposed to take care of a Black woman. You're supposed to be rich. They don't tell the Black man that. So by the time the Black man outgrow his manipulation from the mom, he's already losing respect for you. That's why you don't have a high marital rate. Is because by the time you learn how to be feminine, you're in your 40s and 50s. By the time the Black man learns what a Black king is, he's in his 40s and 50s. You guys are too old to build because you're stuck in your ways. If I'm wrong, get in the comments.
Hey guys. So I'm going to share this story that I saw on Facebook. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's posted right here. But I'm going to read it for you. So basically it says, I'm 53. And my wife is 49. The issue that has brought me concerns is my wife's properties. I married this woman 3 years ago. She lost her husband when she was 42. And I met her with 3 kids. The husband left 5 houses and 2 large farms, which are doing very fine. For a year now, I have been asking my wife to at least change 2 of the properties and put them into my name, so in case that I die, my kids and my family can inherit. She has refused. So then he goes on to say how he's frustrated and he wants, other people's advice. So again, this man married this lady only 3 years ago. Her husband, who passed away, left these properties for her and his children. And this man feels as though that if his wife really loved him and all that good stuff, that she should give 2 of these houses to him for him and his children. Now, I do not think this man is entitled to this woman's properties at all, but let me know what you think in the comments.
I personally think if it was the other way around and you had a single mother with kids marry a man who had all of these resources available to him, I think she's going to want to get a piece of it off of him. I understand that he left the houses for his own kids, but you can't knock that man for asking because If it was the other way around, a woman would be trying to ask him.
Yesterday, a man asked me out at a certain place that I am frequently at, and he's really attractive, and we have really good conversations, as I'm coming and going from this place, nothing too deep. And I politely turned him down, and here's why. I know I'm going to get called superficial. Number one, I know that he does not make enough money. I make more money than him. And I have just learned that in most situations, if you make more money than the man, even though they might start off being encouraging and cool about it, sooner or later it will start to eat at them. But especially for Black women, situations like that just don't turn out well. And not only do I make more money than him based on his job, he just doesn't make a lot, period. I'm just saying, for me as a Black woman, it is not in my best interest to date someone in his particular financial area. Bear me the speech of, well, what if things go well? You have to fall and the net will catch you. There ain't no net, honey, especially for Black women, all right? And this is not a romantic comedy. This is real life.
Well, maybe you guys can just be FBs. That's what you're used to. We're used to Black women dating and having kids with guys who don't have any money. So you're willing to bring a life in with a loser, but you're not willing to just date him for a temporary time. Let that man have his own place. You have your own place. Y'all just meet up and be FBs, but you're planning down the future, but you're already known for having kids with losers. Make it make sense.
After all the bad boys that I dated, I thought, you know what? Let me just date the good guy. And that didn't work out because I felt like superior to him.
There was no sexual polarity.
It just didn't work out because I felt like I was the boss. I felt like...
Did you find yourself snapping on him and getting a little bit more disrespectful than you normally would?
Very.
That's typically what happens.
Yeah. And I did things to him that I wouldn't do to Katie. And it's unfortunate because he's the good guy. He didn't do anything to me. The problem is that he didn't put me in my place when he should have, whenever that was supposed to happen. At some point in our relationship, he didn't put me in my place as the woman, as his woman, and he didn't show me that he can lead. So I felt like I was leading the entire household when it's really supposed to be him.
Ladies, just end the relationship. Why do you drag a man out for so long? Use, abuse him, talk to him bad. You do everything in the world to disrespect him. And then when he doesn't retaliate, you just continue to drag him along. Once a man show you that he not that tough guy that you want him to be, stop dragging all these men during the relationship. And then after you done beat him all the way down to where his confidence is gone and y'all done broke up, you're sitting on some podcast talking about how you dogged him out. That's worse. You seen he was not that person. It's abuse.
Women use shame, guilt, and insult 99% of the time when they are triggered and or they know that they're in the wrong. Now, let me preface this with, if you are with the wrong woman, i.e. you're in a relationship or dating someone like this and you've noticed or struggled with these primary traits that they continuously show you, you're with the wrong woman. So men, do not think you are the one that is crazy just because they use these tactics against you. I get this all the time on my channel. Women are going to say, I have a small thing. They say this, and this against me. I should have done this. Dude, the immaturity comes out in droves. This is key. The right woman will enhance qualities even in challenging situations. That's when you know you have a good woman. Even in turmoil and moments of disagreement, it will be handled out of respect instead of degradation. That is a woman you want to keep around.
The problem that we have in relationships is we have a lot of good men. You find women when they're down on their luck, or women may be feeling low, and you manage to weasel your way into the relationship. You thinking being a nice guy is getting her. No, you just caught her while she was depressed. You being nice starts giving her the confidence. And once women get confidence, they start to talk bad to the man. They start to disrespect the man, hoping that the man's going to turn into this alpha male and just get her in check. And then when he does it, she continues to antagonize. And that's what causes a man to get beat down. A woman's going to shame him. They're going to verbally abuse you because you're a nice guy that ended up with the bad woman when she was down on her luck. And your niceness gave her the confidence back.